Senor Sasa refers to two very different things. The first is a very simple paper prop that you'll find useful in many lessons. The second place you'll see Senor Sasa is on your lesson plan when we refer to the steps of a good session. They actually spell out the word Senor Sasa. And we fell in love with Senor Sasa as a prop, and then when it came to coming up with an easy way to remember the steps, we thought that would be a fun one to use.
So, today I want to introduce you to Senor Sasa, which means Mr. Sasa. This particular character was named by one of our very, very first students, who I want to say was about 4 years old at the time. So let me tell you first of all what it stands for. So Senor Sasa, S-R-S-A-S-A, those letters actually turn out to be a great acronym for giving a really great SingALingo session. So let's go over those letters real quick, and then I'm going to introduce you to the one, the only, the very, very famous Senor Sasa. Okay, so S stands for sing. Hola amigos. You always start with hola amigos. It launches the whole thing. R stands for review. If there's something you did last time, make sure you just go over it again one more time. The next S stands for sing again, because SingALingo has lots of singing, and it's really what keeps the whole thing alive and exciting and fun for the kids. So generally there will be another song that's not Hola Amigos, which is recommended for this particular lesson, and that you will find it on your lesson plan. All right, so that's the S. For the A is activity. And activity has its own set of steps because that's kind of the meat and potatoes of the whole entire curriculum. That's where it gets really fun and where we start to really interact and introduce language, the particular language, the target language of this lesson. So after you do the activity, then the last essay is kind of a double. It's say adios, which means say goodbye. So that's how Senor Sasa is part of our structure and how we structure our sessions. So now I want to introduce you to the one, the only Senor Sasa.
So that is Senor Sasa. He's a very simple prop. So let's talk about him. What is he? All right, you can see that he's pretty simple. He's a manila folder with a hole cut out. We'll provide a stencil so you get the right shape and size for the hole, with a glue sticked on piece of 8.5 by 11 paper, which you'll print out also from what we provide. And that's really what he is. I have punched holes in him so that he can go in my binder, so that I have him with me all the time, ready to use. You're going to find that he's useful in many ways beyond the ones that I will suggest. So why do we use Senor Sasa? Wait till you see how the kids react. When you come out talking as Senor Sasa, they are going to want to pull him off of you and become Senor Sasa immediately. And I'll be honest, it feels a little silly at first, but trust me on this one. The little kids will think that it's so much fun, and some of them are not all that much taller than this, and it'll be a nice size for them to stand up, put on Senor Sasa, and pretend to be someone else, and then they can practice their Spanish. We use it because it takes away some inhibitions, and the children love to pretend to be him. And you can ask, when the children are being Senor Sasa, you can ask them what they like to eat, and then pretend gently to feed them. They can become a whole different character, and it encourages them to speak the language that you're practicing during the activity. So when do you use Senor Sasa? Well, I'm glad you asked. I'll tell you, you use him to do all kinds of things. And my guess is that you are going to be emailing me with new ideas that you came up with for using Senor Sasa. You use him when you're talking about anything to do with the body. You can talk about your body parts, you can label body parts, and the beautiful thing is you can keep printing up new pieces of paper. Let the kids write on it and color it and do whatever they want, and you can always just glue another one on. It's a printable that we provide, so you'll have no trouble getting a new one. Anything to do with the body is perfect for Senor Sasa. Anything to do with clothing is great for Senor Sasa. We'll provide printouts for snow, clouds, and sunshine. You can change the weather and then change his clothing. He's a very versatile little dude. You can talk about emotions. Senor Sasa, hola, yo estoy triste. Kids can ask how he's feeling. How are you, Senor Sasa? And we can talk about emotions. So how do you make a Senor Sasa? I'm so glad you asked that too. How are you going to make this? I think it's pretty simple. I'm going to show you how I made it.
All right, you're going to start by taking, you need a pair of scissors, you need a glue stick, and you need just 2 printouts to go on your manila folder. And those printouts you'll find online. One looks like this. It gives you the oval. Cut it out and put it down on your manila folder. Draw around it, and then cut that hole out. And here, there's a little bit of instruction on this page, just to be clear. The other printout that you'll need is the one of his body. And again, print out several of these if you'd like, and then you can have the kids decorate him and draw on him and clothe him or her however you want. So that's another printout that you'll need. And all you're going to do is stick that printout with your glue stick on the bottom half. Boom. Cut out the hole using the sample of circle, and boom, you've got it. And I closed it and punched it, and now it's got 3 holes and it sits in my binder. So have fun with Senor Sasa!